High Fashion Fantasy 2007 under the theme Fashion Hurricane. This dazzling and exciting fashion show was recently held at the National Center for the Performing Arts and featured some of the country's top fashion designers and aspiring young runway models. Tonight, we'll bring you highlights of the event and introduce some of the designers to you. So pull up a chair or dash to the snack cupboard because we'll be right back, and I know you don't want to miss a second of High Fashion Fantasy 2007. Glitz and glamour didn't just happen. It took a lot of hard work and dedication of a large number of persons to execute an event of this magnitude. And the man responsible for bringing everyone together and ironing out the kinks is Mr. OilinSha's, creator of High Fashion Fantasy 2007.
I'd like to see our own stuff planted all over the world. That's mainly, just like any other product, you go into stores and you see labels. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see our models on labels, on magazine covers, on commercials and so forth. There's no excuse that can happen now. There's a lot of young persons getting into the field of fashion design, and we also have some veterans, and those are the ones that I've been promoting a whole lot lately. We had 2 shows already, High Fashion Fantasy 2005 and another one 2007 that we just recently did. We have designers, young designers and more matured ones that offer their services to the public that design garments and anything that you need at the same caliber or level of any other designer from any other country. Our industry needs to become more recognized and more appreciated. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Designers need a way to market their products more, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm doing High Fashion Fantasy. I wouldn't say we haven't made it on the fashion market. It just takes some work, and it takes more person than one or a few persons going and getting their stuff out there internationally. We have one of our well-known designers, we would say one of our popular designers, Mr. Percy Wallace of Garfi Design, has done extensive traveling abroad in the Caribbean and international countries promoting his design. So he is helping to put the Bahamas on the map as a fashion house.
Thank you, Oilin. Now, Percy Wallace has been at the top of the Bahamian fashion industry for more than a decade, trading under the label Garfi Designs. His garments are frequently featured on the stage here in the Bahamas. Percy has taken part in many international shows. At one time, Percy was even in charge of the wardrobe department for Universal Studios. We caught up with him recently at BTVI, where he's employed as a lecturer. Percy, tell us about Garfi Designs.
Garfi Design is a company designed and made by Percy Wallace. For over 20 years, I've been here sewing in this country, the Bahamas. I design for ladies, men, children, mostly in the area of high fashion.
Mr. Percy Wallace is one of our exclusive designers of the Bahamas, who's been designing for many years. He's one of our top-notch designers of the Bahamas, and modeling for him is JoJo.
I had 3 brothers. They all grew faster than I was, so I was one of those persons who always get a hand-me-down. And that was one of the reasons it caused me to design. And that went straight up until high school, even while I was away from home at the government high school here in Nassau. When I studied in New York at Fashion Institute of Technology, I got a scholarship from the government, and I went off to study fashion apparel production.
Modeling for Mr. Percy Wallace, Duran. Ladies and gentlemen, again, Mr. Percy Wallace of Garfy Designs. Ladies and gentlemen, that's JoJo. Please give her a rousing hand of applause. Welcome your next model to the stage for Garfy Designs, Celeste. This outfit has also been designed by Mr. Percy Wallace of Garfy Design.
Done international work. I've worked with design companies such as Ralph Lauren and also Liz Claiborne in New York. I've also worked with the Universal Studio, where I did designs for stars like LeBron Gary, Mario Van Peebles, Lynn Whitfield, and Michael Caine during the movie Jaws. The designers here, we make hefty little amount, but not enough to start on the international market. On the international market, there is a fee that they charge for you to go into Fashion Week, into any of those areas, especially in New York. It's like up to $50,000. And by entering that show within itself, you must have a line of fashion. A line of fashion, it's where you have garments that are made for a particular season. Say, for example, summer. If you're doing a summer line, you would have to have at least about 7 pieces of garment. So you'd have a dress, a skirt on top, a blouse, all of these into the same fabric, or basically in the same type of fabric, whereas persons can coordinate and they can purchase these on a single basis. And most times when it comes to those fashion shows, persons order by the hundreds with the garments.
Model for this evening, Celeste, for Mr. Percy Wallace of Garfy Designs. Designs by Garfy. Go and visit BTVI, where you'll get your basic training for designing and work along with the Ministry of Education or City Market or some institution where you can get a scholarship and go and study that, because here in this country, Bahamians love fashion.
Wow, now those were some fabulous pieces. Thanks, Percy. Now, if you're interested in fashion designing, visit BTVI, the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute on Old Trail Road, or contact them at telephone number 393-2804 for more information on how you can become a part of the exciting world of fashion designs. Our next designer is no stranger to the local fashion scene. Her breathtaking designs has graced the fashion runways for many years. Brenda Knowles is a no-nonsense designer with a passion for perfection. She designs with a taste of glamour and elegance. This combination gives a feeling of boldness in her design pieces. We paid a visit to downtown Nassau, where we found Brenda at the beauty spot. And just like Brenda, she's the manager, always taking charge. Here's what she had to say.
I've been designing for the past 25 years in the Bahamas. My international exposure has been that with the Ministry of Tourism, where I have traveled extensively promoting not only tourism in the Bahamas, but also fashion designing. I've studied at Montreal's LaSalle College, and I've done shows also in Canada, the United States, and Bermuda.
Samantha, modeling for Brenda Knowles of the Fashion Group. Designs by Brynda Knowles. Welcome to the stage. More models. Alexandria and Davinia, modeling for Brenda Knowles of the Fashion Group.
Well, I think Erlen Coakley has some of the most exquisite and exclusive models in the Bahamas. He takes his time, he teaches them poise, he teaches them makeup, he teaches them just how to be a fantastic human being. You know, in this world and in this profession, you can be the best, but attitude also helps. He truly has ladies and gentlemen involved with his agency, and I would recommend his models to any producer for any show.
Thank you, Brenda. Now those models were just fantastic. Hey, did you guys see a familiar face there? Yes, that was yours truly. I've been modeling now for a few years under the watchful eyes of Mr. Oilen Coakley, along with the other models in tonight's show. Well, don't you go anywhere. We'll take this break and be right back. You're watching High Fashion Fantasy 2007. Now, Cedric Bernard says he's a self-taught fashion designer who at an early age discovered that he had a talent for designing clothing and would make pieces for family members and classmates.